Hello friends, it's me Vincha and welcome back to my channel. Today I have come up with a few room decoration ideas, or maybe a small area where you mostly do your crafts, your drawings, your studies, to make that area or table look a bit more cute, a bit more of your style. Well, I don't really know what your style is, but if you like the cute stuff or maybe like the rainbowy stuff, this is the video for you. But anyways, let's get started. So the first one is like those triangle shaped banners. So for this idea you need an A4 size sheet of paper, then fold that piece of paper in half and draw half triangles, and then just cut them out and you'll get a full triangle. And please ignore that second one because that was just the wrong size, and just keep on doing that. Well, I made 8 triangles. I just traced the same one proper triangle and just kept on cutting, so I get equal triangles and they are ready. Then you just need to mark them by an inch or 1 centimeter and then just fold them as I am doing. And when all the triangles are cut out, we need to decorate them. And just that this paper is very dirty, I just use it when I color with markers or something, because the ink tends to bleed a lot through the paper. But anyways, let's start with the first triangle. So I wanted to go with like a rainbow type of a look, but not the full rainbow, like a few animal themed triangles in between. So this first one is grey, and of course grey is not there in the rainbow, but this is going to be an animal themed, that I'll do later. And now we are going on with red. And now it's time for yellow. Yes, I know I missed orange, so sorry for that. And for yellow I just went with like a simple polka dot theme, and I think I got a little carried away. I just kept on adding dots because it just looked so bad. Anyways, now for green I wanted a striped look. Yes, just adding little stripes. The gaps were too fat, so just added a few more lines in there, and this was very quick and easy. For purple I just went with just coloring the whole thing. I didn't want any pattern for purple really. Then for pink I just colored it just like purple, a simple plain look. So now it's time for an animal themed one, and I really wanted to do like a hen or some sort of bird, and I just thought of a hen for some reason. Yes, it looks like a duck for now, but when I stick the comb, the red part if you want to call it that, and it will just look fine. It will just look as a hen. For the comb I used that uneven piece of triangle which I had showed in the beginning, which I told you all to ignore. Yeah, that's back, and I just didn't want to throw that away. And I stuck the comb on the forehead. Then I added pink cheeks because it just looked a little bit plain, and that's going to be it for our hen. Now since you folded the top of the triangles by an inch or 1 centimeter, there will be small pieces of paper sticking out, so you can just cut them. And yeah, orange suddenly just came in between. And remember the grey one, that's going to be an elephant, so I drew the eyes, I cut the ears, and I think it looks super cute. And now it's time to attach a piece of thread or wool to it. So you'll need thread or wool as I said before. So I had this small piece of wool in my cupboard, so I found a few knots, so I just cut them up. So as I was going to stick, I found out that the whole thing was fully tangled, so I untangled that and just stuck
And yeah, when I turned that back around, like red was far at the end when it should be at the start, and I already stuck that with glue. So now we need to peel that back off. Be very careful and do the same thing again and stick it with tape this time because it's just in the place where it should be. Yeah, and when I finished sticking the final piece, I turned around and realized, okay, that's still on the far end. So again, I fixed that and finally it's in the correct place. And for the orange, it was looking too plain again. Just added a few more stars and more and more, and just kept adding, just filling the few empty spaces everywhere. And now we just tape everything together in place. And finally, just snip that end off and it's done. Oh no, yellow just ruined it all. Okay, let's try again, but from the front this time. And 1, 2, 3 and go. And okay, this was even worse than before. But anyways, finally done with making this. Well, that's what I thought. And then I realized, okay, I forgot to add pink. So now we get our wool back, then we tape those two pieces together, make sure that nothing else is left, only pink, then tape pink in its place as well, and then snip the ends, and it's done finally. Well, I think this looks really cute on top of my cupboard, but then the patterns which I drew were not visible. So I just colored the whole thing and gave it a solid color. So for this next idea, you need a piece of cloth. It can be a plain colored cloth or a patterned one. Then you need a needle and a thread which kind of blends in with the type of color of your cloth or pattern of your cloth. Then you need to cut a rectangle out of it and just kind of neaten the edges. I drew a line because the flower parts were made of thread and they were kind of thick, so I was not able to cut them with my small scissor, so we needed to get the big scissors out. Then you trace the same thing and cut that one, and boom, you have two identical rectangles. Then you get your needle and thread and start stitching only the 3 sides. And after you are done stitching the 3 sides, cut the thread, just tie a knot to make sure everything doesn't fall apart. Then you need to fill your pillow with the polyester filling, or if you don't have that, you can use scrap cloth pieces, and then just stitch the other side as well. And this also works for a small cute little squishy as well. And I had these 3 cat squishies, and they were in a sleeping manner, and so I stitched 2 more pillows and just gave every single one of them one pillow, and I think it looks really cute. So for this next idea, you need those small canvases, and if you use some other size, it works fine as well. And I don't know why I just started painting without drawing a rough sketch of what I was going to paint. Anyway, so I'm drawing a duck, and it has an orange on its head, and this is not my idea. I had no idea what to paint, but I just go to Pinterest and search painting ideas, and many ideas pop up. So in the picture, the background was blue. I thought of painting it some other color, but then I thought like blue was just fine, no need of some other color. Then I'm painting the beak orange color, and the white spots are for the other shades of orange, like a light orange, then a dark orange. And now I'm going to use the light orange and add like the highlight thingies, then covering that up again, I don't know why, then painting those again. Then I painted the orange, and now we just wait for it to dry. Now that it's dry, I'm going to use the same light orange color for the orange fruit. Now I'm adding brown, which will be the dark shade for orange, because I created a color but that was not dark enough. Anyways, now I'm painting the dark light gray color, and then the white spots, in that there will be a few other shades of gray. So for this spot it will be a more dark gray, then the other spots as well. Then the spots which are white will remain white, just fixing that. And now finally the eyes, which will obviously be black. Then in the picture there were like those yellow sparkle thingies, like that sparkle emoji. Yeah, they are very thick for some reason, they just look like a diamond. But I just fix that later. Then for the white highlights, and it's done. I just love it. It's just so cute. And I knew exactly where to keep it. Well, do you think my fish likes it? Like, he's just staying still over there. Oh, he's moving. Anyways, I think this is really cute, and just showing you the close-up so that you can see every little detail, and just think about the things which you can draw on this small little canvas.
Anyways, everyone, that's all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, and that's gonna be it for today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.